What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Ecotec Miata video. This is a video that I really do not want to make, but hey, things happen. Yes, it's kind of a bummer that we just swapped this motor in and stuff. And like, I don't want to do any hate towards any of the shops that helped me work on this car at all. It's an old motor, so this is bound to happen, but we're pretty sure after a long diagnosis and stuff, you know, white smoke and all that coming out the back of the car, and also there's coolant in the oil too, that we have diagnosed that it's going to be a head gasket, a bad head gasket. So we're going ahead, and we've already done a ton of stuff already. We kind of wanted to just diagnose the car already, so we took the head off, we didn't take the head off yet, but we took the head cover off and kind of examined the cam gears and all that, and you can see like kind of a milky residue in there, which means coolant and oil mixed together. But we took the exhaust manifold off, as you can see, and then we took the intake manifold off, took the fuel rail off, and then took the head cover off. But what we're doing now is we're just going to dive in. We have to take the head off, and this is our first time ever doing this on like any car really, so it's a first time experience. We don't really know what we're doing. We did a lot of research and stuff, so you'll probably see us doing something wrong, but we're just learning, so we're gonna take you along for the ride. But here we go. Let's change the head gasket in an Ecotec 2006 motor. So basically what we already did is we took the timing chain tensioner off right here, and that was a pretty big bolt, which then loosens up the chain for you. And then also now what Kevin's doing right now is he's loosening all the caps that hold in the tensioner rod, or sorry, the cam rods in there, and then we have to take the cam gears out as well. So we're doing that. There's 2 bolts on each of these caps, and then we'll get to, after that we'll take the cam gears out, and then also the rods, and then after that we'll get to the head bolts. And then after that, the head should just basically come off.
Yeah, this is working. Alright guys, so all the camshaft or bolts on top are off. We just gotta go ahead and take the cams out, so that's what we're gonna do right now.
Should be able to be good now.
Should be good.
Nice.
Nice.
Alright boys, so we're able to take off all the caps, and we have our drawing board over here. This is probably the best way that I could explain to do it, so we got the left cam gear set up, and then the right cam gear intake, and then exhaust, and you know, we got it numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. Just, you want to keep this everything aligned like this, just because they're all different in a way. So when you put it back on, it's just super easy. So all the caps off, and as you could saw in the last clip, we just got the cam gears loosened. These are on there super tight because they were torqued down to the spec. So all you have to do is like use like a breaker bar right there, which is off like our jack right there. But anyway, these are loose, so we'll be able to take the cam gears off and then get the chain off. It's pretty loose right now because we did take the tensioner off, like I said before. But once we get these off, actually the cam gear, we'll be able to take the cam shaft out. So pretty sick. It's coming along pretty smoothly right now, wouldn't you say?
It's coming along.
But as before, like, we don't know exactly what we're doing at all. We're kind of just taking it very slowly, and you know, looking at some YouTube videos, looking up online. So just to give you guys confidence as well, like I literally don't know what I was doing like 2 days ago, and I looked up information online. So but anyway,
all it takes is a couple simple tools. Like,
yeah,
we don't have big, like, We don't have like air tools or anything like that. As long as you use like simple tools, you can pretty much do anything on a car.
Exactly. So, and we also bought an engine stand too, because we want to put this this little guy right here, the 1.6, open it up, and we really want to start building that motor. And but
yeah, that's a fun little project. You'll see where it's going.
Yeah. So let's get back to this thing.
Bolt out. All you gotta do is give it a little wiggle, which I've already done on this one, so I'll go ahead and take it out.
So they just pop out, super easy like that.
Put the chain off, pop out. Just wiggle it around a little bit.
And let the chain fall right there.
Exactly.
And then this one already has the bolt out too. After you break them loose, they're pretty simple just to hand unloosen. But see how it pops off like that pretty easily? But I'm gonna put the camera down just because it's a lot easier to take that off. I'll grab the chain. There you go. So essentially, I guess that's how that works like that. Just pops over like that. That's the guide for it. So we're just taking off the camshafts now. They just pop out now after everything's good.
Left intake.
That's the left intake, yeah. Do you know which one was front? Obviously you can read what was front though.
Let's pop out. Yeah, you can tell what's the front and what's the back.
I'm gonna put it the other way.
Yeah.
There you go. Sweet. There's the chain, nice and greasy. Sweet. We'll set that right there for now. So now that we got the cam gears out, we're kind of just leaving the chain right here. We know it'll probably fall just because we actually do have to take the whole head off. But now what I have to do is, because I haven't taken the spark plugs out of each hole, so we're going to do that. And then we're going to get to the head bolts, or like Kevin likes to say,
head studs.
The head studs too. So I'm going to take those out. Those are going to be super, these guys right here, going to be super on there just because they're torqued down to a spec. So that's going to require the breaker bar as well. But not to bore with you guys talking, so we're just gonna get right into it. After taking so many spark plugs out, you always forget how long they are. And how it's one of the easiest things you ever take out of the car, but it's just annoying because they're
just so long.
Just in that little gully down there. And you never really know when they're.
And you're always like, is that a 14? Is that a 16?
Yeah.
What?
I thought it was a 14 and a 15. Kevin was right. It was a 16. I need to take that stupid sticker off, man. It doesn't match at all. It was downpouring, and now it's like so nice outside.
It's so cool.
Just look at that nice little dart right there. You got the you got the Honda over there too. Oh, and they got the Stain gang too. All right, boys. Here's the fun part. Let's see how tight these things are. About to take the head bolts out. So. Set this down, get the breaker bar, and get to cracking. Oh, dude, that feels like it's gonna break the wrench. Oh, baby.
It's moving. She's on there tight. I don't know if you're tripping it over though.
Nope, that's turning. The bolt is.
It is?
Yep, there it is.
Ooh, baby.
Those are so on there, man.
We're just taking precautions by just moving around on these.
I don't think it's too necessary until you put the head back on. Woo! That hit the camera, man.
That one was on there.
Oh, this one's on there too. There it is. Sweet. Ah. I think this one's so amazing. That one's good. Good. This one good. There it is. You guys can see how tough they're on there. It's because they're so torqued down. They're all off right now, I think. So
nice. The head is loose. So now we're going to start taking the process of loosening these all out, taking them out. They're really, really long bolts or studs.
They're pretty long.
So we're going to have to take those out, and then we'll end up pulling the head off, and we'll bring you guys back when we're about to pull the head off. Alrighty guys, so we have all of the studs or bolts out. The next step is to lift the head off, and this is probably going to be like one of the more tricky parts. You just kind of got to shake it back and forth to break that seal. But that seal's already, we pretty much know, broken, because that's where the problem is that seal between the head and the block. Oh yeah, baby. I feel like you just got to like shake it like crazy just to break that seal.
Two hours later.
So we ran into some issues while we were trying to take the head off. It actually requires like this special star, I guess, ratchet to take like the 4 little bolts off in the front to take the head off. And because we were completely stumped because we took all the head bolts out and everything, and the head should just basically kind of come off if you use a little bit of like tapping with a rubber hammer and everything. But we did some more research and found out that you just require this star little key right here. So a couple weeks later, we've been super busy. I've been super busy with work, but we finally got the star. Then we went up to Harbor Freight and they actually had some. And then we picked up a rubber mallet too. So we're getting these unloosened, and we're gonna get these 4 bolts off and try to knock the head loose and then take the head off. And so let's cross our fingers that we can be able to take this head off tonight.
Alrighty, as you guys can see right there, we got those 4 bolts out. Now the next step is to try and loosen the head off the block and go ahead and take the head off. So these are the star bolts. So if you guys have an Ecotec or something out there, like if you have a 2006 Cobalt, like it's a 12 millimeter, and I just got mine from Harbor Freight, so it was like 10 bucks to get the set. Pretty cheap, but that's the bolt that we're having trouble with, and we finally got it. It's a kind of star shape. We probably won't see it because it's kind of dark. Focus. But, yes, focus.
Cool. But anyway, let's get that off.
There it's off. Nice. Tap this side. Now before we move this thing, okay, before we move this thing, let's find a spot for it. Where do you want to put it? Let's find a spot. Let's stuff the way down.
So just as a precautionary, as you guys saw, that this is kind of the head's loose now. But what we're taking as a precautionary step is we're just kind of laying some cardboard down and then paper towels just to keep the head clean. That's what I like to do. I like to make all my stuff like organized, as you guys saw, write stuff down. And so it's easier for me when I'm putting everything back together, because this is my first time ever taking a head off a car too. So, but we got it laid down. So now the best part is to take the head off.
Here we go.
Good Lord, that's heavy. That's heavy.
Nice. All right, boys. Heck yeah, that's awesome. We were able to get it off. What I'm actually thinking to do is, this is the gasket that I need to replace, the head gasket, and I think I'm actually gonna be taking the whole front of the cover off the motor, and I'm gonna have to replace the timing chain, because I do see the timing chain guide is actually messed up too. So it looks like it's just a piece of plastic. These are what these are. So it's, I mean, it's like 70 bucks I think to replace that. But while I'm in here, I'm just gonna replace that, because timing chains go around like 90 to 100,000 miles on these things too. So the pistons look really good, so I'm pretty happy with that. that look pretty solid. I'm probably gonna clean them a little bit, but need to replace the head gasket. So I actually do. So I did decide to go with ARP head studs, which is because later on I'm probably gonna be going boost. So why not while I'm in there?
You don't want to lift the head again. That would not be fun.
Yeah. So I just went ahead and I pulled the trigger, got some ARP head studs. So those are coming Monday. Today is Saturday, so I'll have those, and then I just have to go get the head gasket and then the timing chain stuff replacement. So that'll be next video, but thank you guys so much. I know it's sad. I know that Ecotec has only been up for like 3 weeks now on the channel, and like,
but the content's there now.
Yeah,
guys.
the content.
You can't get mad about content about it, okay?
But I mean, hey, I'm not really mad at all, just because, I mean, we knew that we were putting an old motor in. We didn't replace anything, obviously, when we did swap the motor in. We're kind of just like crossing our fingers, but hey, things happen, and now we get to learn how to pull like the head off. Like I said, this is my first time ever, Kevin's first time ever, and a lot of help with some of our friends with just, you know, guidance on this too, because this is our first time. But if you like this video, like the Ecotec content and like Miata content, definitely give a big thumbs up on this video, and comment down below what you guys think. So as always, GPG, peace out guys, and see you in the next one.